What's going on, everybody? My name's Brandon. This is the Theblindfishkeeper. Welcome back to the channel. So last week I let you guys in on the new tank that I just picked up, and this week I am letting you see it. The nice people over at Lakeview Terrace, a retirement and nursing home community, were renovating their office space, and they had this 125-gallon Mabuna tank in their reception area. They were no longer going to be able to keep it due to the renovations, and they reached out and asked if I wanted the tank, and I said of course. So with a little bit of help from my mom and a big truck, we went and picked up the tank, the substrate, the rocks, the plants, the light, the filters, all of the fish, everything minus the stand, and brought it home and set it up. Just to start, the stand is just a simple, quick and dirty cinder block stand. Look it up. There's tons of videos on how to make a cinder block stand for your tanks. Very cheap, very easy. Other than that, though, everything you see came home with me from Lakeview Terrace, minus most of the fish. As I said, this was originally a Mabuna tank in the nursing home, and I originally was gonna rehome all of the Mabunas and set this tank up for some rainbow fish and Congo tetras and denison barbs. The fish were not doing good when I got home, and as I was struggling to keep them alive, I became attached to them and decided to, well, keep the Mabuna tank going. So only 3 fish survived out of the original 10 or so fish that we brought home. The water quality wasn't the best. I don't think the guy that was coming to do the maintenance was doing such a good job. I lost most of those fish. So the 3 survivors are the Bigoratus, one of the red zebras, and the OB red zebra. After I decided that I was gonna just keep this tank as a Mabuna tank, I went out and I bought a whole bunch more little baby Mabunas. There's a couple of powder blue Scophilies, 1 Travasse, 3 rusty cichlids, and 3 yellow labs that I picked up. Also 1 more little albino red zebra. The other fish in there, 1 red zebra from my 150-gallon tank was moved over, and all of my peacocks were moved over. So now we've got a pretty colorful and active Mabuna and peacock tank. So far so good. The equipment's kind of old and the tank has been there for a very long time. So as time progresses and permits, I'm gonna start replacing these older pieces of equipment, just upgrading and replacing the stuff that's wore out. The 2 hang-on backs are still working, but they're not necessarily my favorite type of filter, so I'm probably gonna eventually replace those. The light on top is doing a great job right now, so who knows, I might replace it, I might just keep it for now. It's just a Beamswork light, but since there's no live plants in there, I'm not really concerned with the light as long as it's lighting up the tank and the fish. All the rocks and stuff are nothing but some river rock and slate that came with the tank. I'm not sure what kind of sand was in the bottom, but I went and got a little bit more aragonite. There was hardly any sand in the bottom at the nursing home, so I had to add a little bit more substrate. I saved a few of the fake plants just to put them in there and add basically line of sight breaks, and just to see how I felt about it. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think. How's the tank look? Should I change anything? Do you see anything that doesn't look right? The tank's pretty old and beat up, but it's still very solid. I'm real happy with everything as it sits at the moment. And I'm really excited to have Mabunas back. You know, 10 years ago when I started off keeping African cichlids, Mabunas were the first ones I kept. So it's really cool to come full circle and be keeping Mabunas again. And as I stated last week, that allows me to turn my 150 into a pure hap tank, minus, of course, my Starry Night and the big dragon blood. So this is the tank. Let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun picking it up. It was a long day collecting the tank and getting it set back up and saving the fish, but I think in the final outcome, I've come up with a really nice tank, and it didn't cost me a thing. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one.